I thought I'd make a video about everything that's wrong with Fortnite. I'm not going to be saying anything like bring back Chapter 1 or anything like that, because we don't need Chapter 1 for the game to be good. There have been plenty of good seasons since Chapter 1. Now, these are some suggestions that I have that could make the game better. That probably will make the game better if anybody at Epic sees this, but we all know how they listen to their community and make sure the game improves every season. So, they probably won't take me too seriously considering that there is Among Us music in the background, and I probably put Allier's face in the thumbnail. So the first thing I'd like to talk about are the servers. I really don't think that my game has felt any worse in my, 3 years of playing it, and that's saying a lot. I used to play it on console, and honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference these days. It has been so horrible to play this game. I actually don't think I've played more than, a total of 2 days this season. And keep in mind, this season has been going on for 3-4 months. Usually I'll be playing this game almost every day to get content and stuff, but nope, haven't done that this season. So I'm going to be putting some gameplay of me in creative right now, and as you can see, my ping is going from 10 to 20 almost. And I think there are 2 or 3 people using my internet right now. And usually when that happens, I'll be at 7 to 9 in previous seasons. But now it's at almost 20. And usually that ping will be for creative games, like Zone Wars or something. Not my own private island. Now I'm going to be putting one of my clips that I got this season on screen. Now this is what I wanted my average clip to in my next montage to be, and keep in mind that's the only one I've gotten this season because I haven't been on the game too much, and honestly I don't even know if that'll be in it because this game is very laggy and I cannot get clips like that. I'm probably lucky that I even got that one. Now I have a couple theories as to why the game might be feeling so bad. First one could be because of no building. Although I really don't think that's a good explanation because, there have been lots of LTMs in the past, and those have really not caused an issue with the servers, so I really don't know what it could be. The only way to keep me on this game for more than half an hour is if I play with somebody, and that's really the only thing keeping me on, because this game is so bad if you play it by yourself. Now the second thing I like to get into here is weapon meta. Now, I know Arena has not gone through too many changes in terms of the meta, but there are still some changes that need to be made. Now, I think it should have a completely different weapon meta than public matches or zero build matches, because if you had the pump, the AR, and the normal SMG in Arena, we were playing with that for 2 chapters. There was really no problem with it. It's not the most unique thing ever, but then again, they're keeping the loot pools separate already, so what's the difference? Now, the biggest difference in the weapons has got to be the striker, because the striker and the pump are completely different, even though their damages are almost the same, because they just got buffed in this last update. That does not make them any better. The pump is still 10 times better than the striker, and for one reason. If you look at the fire rate between the two, the pump has a fire rate of 0.65, I think, and the striker has a fire rate of 0.6. So the 0.5 fire rate change there really makes a huge difference, because if I'm fighting someone with the striker, I will not be able to get shots off in time before I get shot through my builds. Because before that, I would just get the shot off, then instantly build. I'd do those things at almost the exact same time, and I wouldn't get hit through my builds. But now, either my striker won't shoot, it shoots, but it doesn't do damage. 3, I just get hit through my builds. 4, none of those things happen. Because, the servers. Now, what I think that they could do here is increase the fire rate of the striker. That would pretty much make it equal. I'd still prefer the pump, but, it'd make it a lot better. Because the amount of fights I've lost because I've had a striker over a pump it's too much to count, because even if I'm playing with it in creative, I still run into that issue. Because even if I'm playing in creative with the striker and I'm fighting someone, it still won't shoot, even though I heard the shot and I'm aiming directly at whoever I'm fighting. And that really just makes a huge difference in how I'm supposed to play the game. Because that 0.5 fire rate is pretty much why I have not been doing so great this chapter. I'm gonna put up some gameplay of me in the last chapter in Arena, doing challenges and stuff, and yes, I'm showing clips of me full piecing everybody. but I was nowhere near as good as I am now back then. Like, if I were to 1v1 myself, future me would win every single time against past me. So, I mean, as you can see, I'm just running through everybody, and I don't know, I'm probably half as good as I am now. So, I mean, it just shows that having a good weapon meta does make you better, and it's a lot easier to use, because I knew how to use those weapons, and they were better than the ones that we currently have now, so that would make me better. Now, I think the last thing that they should do to make the game better is map changes. Now, I know there weren't a whole lot of map changes towards the end of Chapter 2, but there were still more map changes back then than there are now. I just got bored so easily fighting on this map as compared to some of the other maps. I know Chapter 2 wasn't the most fun map to fight on, but it's still better than this one. And honestly, I think a lot of map changes would probably make the game 10 times better, because if it's not boring to fight on, then it's more fun to play. So that's pretty much been it for this rant video, if you want to call it that. So in summary, I think what they should do is fix the servers first of all, because they were good for 19 seasons, so it shouldn't be that hard to revert them. Second, they should also keep the weapon meta separate between Arena and other games. They could increase the fire rate of the striker, or just add the pumps back. Either one would work. And finally, they just need to make some map changes, because this game is so boring to fight on. Anyway, it's time to cue the epic outro music.